Someday when I'm not president, which hopefully will be in about 6.5 years from now, the New York Times and CNN and all of these phony media outlets will be out of business, folks. They'll be out of business because there'll be nothing to write and there'll be nothing of interest. So nobody has done what this administration has done. And I agree, it's different from an agenda which is much different than ours, and it's certainly not your agenda, that I can tell you.
Thank you.
It's about open borders. It's about letting people flee into our country. It's about a disaster and crime for our country. So they don't like Donald Trump, and I don't like them because they're very dishonest people. Remember this also about the New York Times. When I won, they were forced to apologize to their subscribers. They wrote a letter of apology. It was the first time anybody's ever done it because they covered the election incorrectly. So if the failing New York Times has an anonymous editorial, can you believe it? Anonymous, meaning gutless, a gutless editorial. We're doing a great job. The poll numbers are through the roof. Our poll numbers are great. And guess what? Nobody is going to come close to beating me in 2020 because of what we've done. We've done more than anybody ever thought possible in, it's not even 2 years. So thank you very much. Appreciate it.
So there you have Trump speaking his mind about this article that came out yesterday from the New York Times. It came out September 5th, saying that I am part of the resistance, an opinion piece by the New York Times, stating that they're quoting and letting a senior Trump official, somebody who is close to him apparently, speak their mind and tell you that they have like-minded colleagues who have vowed to thwart parts of his agenda and his worst inclinations, trying to say that Trump is erratic, that he flip-flops daily, that they, take things off his desk, bills to be signed because they don't want him to sign them. This is a shadow government. They try and disprove it here down in the article, saying that, we're not a shadow government, that we are a steady government. Like we're the backbone of what is keeping us down a steady path as a country, and that is a shadow government. This is somebody behind the scenes trying to make the policies of previous administrations that caved in to shadow governments, to corporations, to international policies, trying to say that they are the adults in the room, that they fully recognize what is happening, and they are trying to do what's right even when Donald Trump won't. That's not who we elected. We didn't elect a shadow government to sit behind the scenes and make decisions on behalf of the American people as to what the president can do or can't do. He's not a child. He's more successful than all of those people combined. And to try and say that he is childlike and that he can't make his own decisions for us when we're the ones who voted him in. We wanted someone just like Trump. We like the policies that he's putting forward. We like the things that he's doing to help the American people. Oh, and of course they try and say, oh, well, we're happy that the economy is doing better and more robust military. They're trying to take credit for the things, they say that these things are happening in spite of Trump, not because of him. So they're trying to take the good, right? The good things that Trump has done with deregulation and strengthening the military and other issues like that. But then they want to try and distance themselves from the bad. And if they are people who have a steady hand in government, as they say, how are they going to try and separate the two? They're kind of a one package takes all type of thing. You can't try and just say, oh, well, we're responsible for the good policies and the good things that are happening, but yeah, Trump over there, he's the one who's bringing you all the bad. Which, so far, I don't see any bad. But if you can even believe this New York Times piece, which I really have my doubts. I mean, the media in general isn't very truthful. They've been shown to lie before, and it seems that anonymous sources have been the ones who break the biggest stories lately. So for them to just say that, they're letting someone who's a Trump official take the reins and, spill their side of the story unedited, that's a lie. I don't believe that. But let's just pretend for a minute that it is. then this is exactly what Trump has been speaking about the whole time. This is the swamp that he is draining. And yes, they're fighting back. They're scared for their jobs. They're scared for the steady hand, the continuity of government. They want things to stay as they were. They want, the policies that Bush, Obama, Clinton, all of those presidents put into place and basically continued. And they're upset that Trump is changing things drastically. But that's what the American people wanted. That's what we voted for. Someone who isn't a politician. And apparently they can't take it. And, it's really weird timing with Bob Woodward and how he released the book about Trump. And so I feel like this is just it's all planned out. It's something where all of these media organizations are friends. They're all together. Bob Woodward himself, he's part of that. And they're all doing it together on purpose. It's collusion on their part to say that Trump can't control his own thoughts and he can't control his own house. This is just something to try and make people doubt Trump, even if you are on his side. To think, well, maybe he's not the ones who can take the reins, but obviously he is. They try and say in this article that Trump wants, the strongmen of the world. He wants the dictators. He loves them. He prefers them, even, is what it says. When we know that's not true. Trump's trying to work with these people to make the world safer. He wants a war that has been technically going on for over 70 years to end. He wants Russia, who has meddled in certain things, but like we meddle in other countries as well in elections, not saying that they meddled for Trump. They really just wanted to create chaos. They meddled some for Hillary, meddled some for Trump. I mean, that's what countries that are against us do. So for them to try and say that just because Trump's working with them to make things better, and not even working with them, he's putting pressure on them. North Korea isn't going to just get a free ride out of this. They have to do things too. Neither is Russia. They're not going to just get a free ride. They have to concede things as well. So for them to say that Trump is just their best friend or something, it's a way just to try and turn you against him. And it's childish in their part. But, and then they wanted to say that, it's Mike Pence. That he's the one who wrote this article because of one word, a lodestar. Saying that McCain was a lodestar of our time, someone who could be looked up to. I mean, that's just... McCain lied to his constituents, the people who voted for him. He flip-flopped when it came to Obamacare. So for them to try and say that he's a hero just because he's dead, I mean, I appreciate what he did in the military, but that doesn't give you a free ride the rest of your life. And now all these other high, Trump officials are denying it, one by one. It wasn't me. It wasn't me. Saying that it's gutless. It's phony. And of course it is. This is the deep state. This is what we have been warned against and vigilant for. Who knows what they're going to try and do next? They want an administration that appears to be in chaos. Because that's good for them. When you have no policy that you can logically put out to try and gain votes, what's your next best option? To make your opponent seem unelectable, untenable, and chaotic. And that's exactly what they're trying to do. Luckily, mostly it's going to be people who already hate Trump that buy into this. But they're still trying. They're trying to find, the chink in the armor to see where the weak spot is. So far, it isn't working. But who knows what they'll try and do next. It's getting worse and worse. And they're going to keep trying. You can believe that. But alright everyone, I just wanted to show you what's going on. Let you know that, my piece on this, what I think. And if you'd like some new content, just go ahead and like and subscribe. Maybe leave a comment down below. I appreciate everyone who does. I'll respond. Give me your thoughts on this, please. And as always, I appreciate it.